This video is going to be about my new project. This is my 2 horsepower Briggs & Stratton from 1976. I'm going to make this engine fuel injected. It's not going to be electronic fuel injected or anything, just like, I don't know how you would call it. Guess you could, maybe you could say mechanical, I don't know. But so this is the engine I'm going to do that to. It's going to eliminate the carburetor. And sorry, it's kind of dark. It's like 10:30 at night right now. But yeah. So I'll just give you a little bit of information about what I've done to this engine so far, and then we'll go inside and I'll show you the plans that I have. All right. Well, this motor being a 1976 used points and condenser ignition. I changed that. I cut the wire going to the magneto and I put an electronic magnetron ignition coil on there, so it now has electronic ignition. So that's pretty cool. So now I don't have to worry about the points. I have a homemade straight pipe on it. This is a 1/2 inch pipe with a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch. It was a reducer. It was a 3/4 inch to 1/2 inch reducer. I just reversed it. And then I have a small 3/4 inch pipe welded to a carburetor cleaner can with holes drilled on the side. It gives it kind of a cool sound. It sounds like a chopper. So that's the motor I'm going to use. Now we'll go inside and I'll show you my plans. So, okay, so this is how I'm going to do it. This is the actual fuel injector assembly type thing. I don't really know what to call it. This is a ball valve. That's going to act as the throttle body. And there's a coupler, then a T-fitting. This side of the T-fitting will go to the soon-to-be throttle body. And then this side will go to the intake port on the engine. Now this part, I'm going to make an injector out of copper tube. It's going to be bent like this, pointing into the intake. And how it's going to work is the fuel will come in there, then I'm going to make some kind of a point on the end with a very small hole to act as like a jet, kind of, and then to be a little connector thing here, and that'll go to the fuel line, which will run to the fuel tank. And this is going to be the fuel tank. There's the fuel line to the engine. And here is going to be an air compressor fitting, and I'll show you what that's going to do is it'll put pressure in the tank, so it'll so the fuel will actually spray into the intake instead of just kind of dripping into the coupler that's going to go there. And then this is the fuel line that I'm going to use to go from the tank to the engine. There'll be a tube coming down, then a valve, so I can control how much fuel goes through, and then the rest of it will go to the copper tube on the injector assembly. This will be the air tank. This will be the connector that will go to the fuel tank. A pressure gauge up there, and another air compressor fitting. And I'll have another ball valve with a female connector on there, so it'll hook onto there. And I'll have a ball valve on there, and then a male connector on that side, so I could plug that into the compressor. Then it'll pressurize the tank. And then before I disconnect the hose, I'll close the valve so air doesn't escape out. That's going to be the tank. And this is how I'm going to hook up the air tank to the fuel tank. It's just going to be a hose with a female connector on each end. And that is how I'm going to hook that up. Hopefully it will work. I think it will, but I'm not 100% sure. So that's it. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.